This conference will now be recorded.
I think this is lab number 5, right? So in lab number 5, okay, so this is the fifth session. In this fifth session, it's a lab number 5. You can see how to copy multiple uh, folders from storage 1 to storage 2 using lookup and for each. Okay, you understood? So we are going to copy multiple folders from storage 1 to storage 2 using lookup and for each activity. How we can able to do this? Okay, simple. So whatever lab I have done yesterday, I need to complete that lab first. Okay, that is important. Now, what we have done yesterday? We have created a storage 1. We created a storage 2. We created storage 1. We created storage 2. Then we created the ADF. And fourth step is created multiple input folders in storage 1. Similarly, created multiple output folders in storage 2. Then we created two linked services, one for storage 1 and second for storage 2. Seventh one is created two data sets with the parameters, one for storage 1 and second for storage 2. So eighth one is create a pipeline and drag copy activity, okay, and select storage 1 data set as a source and storage 2 data set as sink. Ninth step is provide a source folder name and sink folder name manually. 10th step is debug pipeline. So these steps we followed yesterday. So same steps I'm going to follow now. Okay. So what I'll do quickly, I'm showing again. So I'll just go and create a one storage account. I'll just quickly go and create what? One storage account, storage 1. And I also create a account called storage 2. Then I'll just create which service? Azure Data Factory. So let's create these three. What is this? What is this? Storage 1. What is this? This is storage 2. What is this? PDF. Okay. Let me quickly create these three. So go to storage accounts, create storage account. So I have 5-RG. It's there. Okay, fine. Cloud Pandit 5-RG. Click OK. So Cloud Pandit 5 storage 1. Yes.
Resource group, every time if you use the same resource group, what will happen?
Nothing will happen. You can use same. So just to differentiate each lab resources, I'm creating a separate resource group in each lab. Okay. You can just use a same resource, no issues. Okay. So again, storage accounts. Clear. Storage account. You need to give the response. If you ask question, did you understand or not?
Yes, Malaya.
Okay, thank you. So Cloud Pandit 5_RG and storage name Cloud Pandit 5 storage 2 review plus created. So third service what we need? portal.edge.com. So I'll just go to ADF and I'll create the Edge data factory also. Okay, click on data factories here. Click create data factory. The resource group is cloud with 5_RG and ADF name is cloud with 5 ADF. Then click the validation will fail because we need to enable what git configuration. We need to say configure git later. Click reviewable create. Then click create. So now I just created storage 1 ADF storage 2. So I'll just go to storage 1. I'll create a input 1. I can go to input 2. I can create a input 3. Similarly, output side I can create a output 1, output 2, output 3. Okay. So I created input 1, input 2, input 3, output 1, output 2, output 3. Let's quickly go to storage 1. Go to resource. Where I need to go to containers. Let's create a 4 containers. Input.
Malaya,
Yes.
instead of creating output 1, output 2, you can dynamically pass.
Yes, you can dynamically pass. Whoever understood, they can just no need to create targets while you are practicing. ADF will create automatically. I want everybody to understand the lab first. So that's why to make it very clear and easy, I'm creating folders. But if you understood, that will be good. I already shown you multiple times. So sync side, you no need to have a container. So that particular containers will be created by ADF if it is not found the container. Got it?
So even if we don't create even single output is it okay, Malaya?
Even if we
don't create at least one output in the container too, I mean container storage, is that okay?
Yeah, that is totally okay. I'm saying, right, you no need to create any of this container, target container, any of this container. You no need to create because ADF will check while it is writing into output. It will check whether output container is available. Okay, it is already created. So let me write it into the container output. It will write. If you have
But
not created
it,
input is mandate to see. Let's say you want to read a book. Without a book, how you will read?
okay, got it. Come on,
So that is input. Input is mandatory, right? So without a something is existed, how you can take it? You need input is mandatory. Think practical. Okay, clear?
Yes, Malaya.
So now I created output folders and input folders. Now I'll just go inside input. Just upload some data randomly. I'll just upload quickly. Here. Just I'll upload few files. Okay, not record too many files also. Not uploaded. I'm just uploading some CSV files. Okay, any files you can able to upload.
Malaya, just create input 4 and 5 also without creating of the containers output. Just show us the example now.
I'll show you everything will come today. Okay.
Sure,
I'll
sure.
delete all the output folders and I'll show you at the last end. Okay.
Sure,
Last
sure.
run I'll do without any folders in the output set. Okay. So
Okay, Malaya.
till here I hope everybody understood. I created a these folders and I just uploaded the data in all these folders. Okay, data is uploaded to all folders. Data is uploaded into all these folders. So data is now uploaded into all these 4 folders. Okay, fine. So now what we need to do, we need to open the data factory. Let's go to data factory. Come down, open Azure Data Factory. So first what I need to do, I need to create a 2 linked services. So for what storage? Blob storage. This is ls for blob storage 1. This subscription storage name is, I'll say cloud pandit 5 storage 1. This is my source. Test connection successful, created. Similarly, create a new. Let's talk about a blob storage 2. Storage 2 and subscription is this. Under that I can just say cloud pandit 5 storage 2 test connection, create it. So now I just created 2 linked services. Now how to create a parameterized data set? How to create a parameterized data set? Srija, can you tell me how to create a parameterized data set for my blob storage 1?
Okay, sir. First, we have to create a new data set.
Okay, click here, new data set. Okay, next.
Next, select blob storage.
Okay, search for blob and select blob storage. Next.
Binary.
Binary, the reason is we have source set different types of files. That's why
Have
we are using binary. Next. This is ds blob
yes.
for
Store
blob for source. Next.
blob storage. We have to select storage one.
Okay. Next.
Then click on OK.
We are not selecting any container here. Why you are
Because
not
we
selecting?
have to select in pad. We have to select in values.
So the reason is we have multiple folders or multiple containers. You need to pass one by one container. That's why you are not hard coding any one container name in the data set. Okay. So just click OK. Now what is the next step? What is
Next
the next
step we
step,
have
Srija?
parameters. Click
Okay,
on
go to
parameters.
parameters. Okay, next.
New.
Okay, new. So you need a ds param
Uh,
for
so-
source container. Okay,
source content.
ds param for source. So somebody is told that they are not able to create second parameter. Why not? If you want 10 parameters, 10 also you can able to create here. Okay. So you can say this is a source container I created. Now next what I
Yes,
need to do,
Malaya.
Srija?
This is me asked for that. Yes, we can create the parameters, but I want to use those parameters in connection.
Wait, I'll show
Multiple
you that
parameters.
also possible. Next connection. Sorry, what I need to do
Next,
next, Srija?
next connection, sir.
Connection. Okay.
Okay. Next in file, in file per 1 minute, sir. In file per we have to select add dynamic to
Here,
container.
here only. Okay, let me
Yes,
give you
sir.
option here or here or here.
Sorry, sir, in container.
Okay, you need to click on container because that is not a subfolder.
Containers.
If it is subfolder, we will have here. If it is a file, you will have here. Suppose you create a 3 parameters. Okay, so these 3 parameters you can just give here. This is for container, root container. This is for subfolder. This is for the file name. You can create a 3 parameters, and you can able to select here is root container, is subfolder, your file name. You can pass it dynamically. Delete these extra parameters. Okay, now come to connection. So make sure if you simply create a like this and leave it, you will get a errors at the runtime. That's why you need to make sure you delete the unnecessary things. Come to connection. So click on container,
Add then.
add dynamic content. Next, select this. Okay,
Select.
next. So similarly, I need to create a sync linked service. I need to create what? Sync linked service. I need to create. So Divya, can you just guide how we can able to? I think Divya, you have done the lab, right? Wait. Who?
Yes, Malayya.
Manish, can you tell me what is the next steps? How to create the sync data set?
With the sorry, could you please repeat the question?
How to create a sync data set? We created source data set, right? How to create sync data set?
Same way, source, same way. Go to the data set,
Okay, new data
new
set. Next,
Azure blob,
so select Azure blob shows up here.
binary.
Binary, good.
Yeah, here you need to mention the destination, something like that. Sync, yeah, blob underscore sync.
Proceed, good. Next, which one?
Second one, yeah, storage one.
Storage one.
So, sorry, storage two. Second.
Storage two. Why storage two? Because that is our sync.
Sync, yeah.
Next, I
And
need to select which folder I need to select.
here, no need to select any folder.
Very good. So you should not select, even if I confuse you, you have to be very strong. And you should tell that you should not select any container because container name should come dynamically. Click OK. Next, let me ask how to create parameters by Jamal. Jamal, can you tell me how to create dataset parameters?
Yes, Malaya. Please go into the parameters
Okay.
and create new parameter.
Okay, good. Ds param for sync container. Okay, good. Next.
And next, you have to go back into the connections and just select the first of all select the parameters.
Okay.
Sorry, the
I
parameter is
selected.
created. Now just go. Yeah. Now go back into the connection.
Okay.
And
I'm not
please
able to see dynamic content here. Why I'm not able to see dynamic content here?
you are not able to see the dynamic content because the parameter is not finished yet, right?
Parameter is created, right? Anybody can guess it. Why I'm not able to see dynamic content?
You have to place your mouse cursor there.
Place mouse.
Very good. You need to click on the
Please click
container.
the container.
Click on the container because yesterday I think somebody reached. I am not able to see dynamic content. Okay, when you will be able to see dynamic content, when you select this container, you want to pass a container name. You want to hard code it here, or you want to make it as a dynamic. So that then it will display. Suppose directory. Click on directory, it will tell you. Click on file, it will tell you the dynamic content. Okay, that is also people are confusing. That's why I just confused all of you. But now you understood, right? How to get dynamic content. You need to select that particular box to get a dynamic content option. Now this is the sync parameter. Select it, click OK. Cleared all of you now? Now go to pipeline, create a new pipeline. So move and transform, copy data activity. So as you know, what you need is you need to use a source data set. You need to use a sync data set. So what is our source? Our source, let's imagine I want to move data from input to output. Okay, next input 1 to output 1 and so on. But the problem is So first I need to run for input to output debug, change it input 1 to output 1 debug, next input 3 to output 3 debug. So I don't want this. What I want is I want to run everything at once. For that, what you need to do is you go to a file. I'll tell you need to create a something called mapping. That mapping means, let's say this is a source container you have. This is what? Source container. This is what? Sink container. So from where to where you want to move, these are the headers. Okay, remember these are headers, not a container names. These are what? Column names. These are called a column names. I hope everybody know what is column name, right? Column names means I hope everybody know. Anybody don't know here what is column? Columns. Everybody know columns, right? So source container and a sink container. Source container, if you look at here, what is a source container? Input is a source container. Whatever data I have in input container, that I want to copy into output. Whatever data I have in input 1, I want to copy into output 1. Whatever data I have in input 2, I want to copy into output 2. Whatever data I have in input 2, I want to copy into output 5. Can I do this? Do you think I can able to do or not?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Output 5 is not there,
Yes,
but it
Malay.
will create and it will load it. Let's say input 3, I want to load it into output 3. Input 1, I want to copy into output 7. So 5 and 7 are not there, but it will create at runtime. But the mapping details, if you see, one row means one item. One row means what? One row means what? One item. What is that? How to spell it? Let me tell you. So how to spell it something like this, item. Okay. One row is nothing but a one item. So how many items we have here?
6
How
items.
many? Yeah,
6.
total 6 items. Very good. Total how many? Please go. Please go. If you see there is a background noise, please be in mute. Okay. Because you try to understand why I'm telling. When you are going through the recorded sessions, it will be noisy and you will not be able to understand what I was explaining. Okay. So just understand, that's all. Okay, good. Now you see this is a source container, this is a sink container. Now this is the input folder, this is the output folder, this is the input 1, this is the output 1, input 2, output 2, and so on. Now what happens? Basically, each item indicates what? From which container you want to read data, to which container you want to write the data. That is the mapping it is talking about. In your case, you want to copy data from input 2 to output 5, you can mention, no issue. Input 2 to output 100, you can mention. That's all. Only mappings you need to do. Let's say you have this mapping. Okay, remember one more thing, this mapping also we will go advanced level slowly, not a on single day. One second. Everybody understood, right? Everybody understood till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How to save this file? How to save this file? You can save this file simply as it is a comma separated data. You say comma separated data. So comma separated file, we can always save it as a CSV files. How we can able to save? As a CSV files, we can save metadata dot metadata 5.csv. I'm just marking it as a metadata 5.csv. What is the file name? Metadata 5. Now this is also data, right? We need to store this data in a storage 1 or storage 2. Can you tell me in which storage we can able to maintain this data?
I think in the source.
Input.
Can I store this in sync side?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
We can save, but
Yes,
the our target is to copy from source to sink. So there won't be any benefit if we directly save in a sync.
So no, that's just a folder name, sir. We can move from anywhere to anywhere.
So one thing what you need to understand is you can store this metadata anywhere. You can store this metadata anywhere. Any side you can store anywhere. Okay, any side you can store anywhere, any data. Okay, Chitranj. Sharing any storage account is okay, very good. Shiva, we can store anywhere, very good. Shiva, Shreni, and Chitranjan has understood. Okay, remember one thing, you can store this metadata in source side or sync side. That is, there is no restriction. You need to have a data here only. What is the use of this metadata? Just to read this metadata, and we will take a one by one row. Let's imagine these are how many items these are? How many items these are?
6 items.
6 items. Let's imagine these are 6 chocolates. Okay, let's imagine these are 6 chocolates. So what you are trying to do is you are basically, there is a person who supplies the chocolates. Okay, supplier. So he has given 6 chocolates to you. So your responsibility is, let's imagine these are chocolate packets. Okay, so this person is going to supply chocolate packets. He has given 6 chocolate packets. So there is a distributor. There is a distributor. So what distributor will do? He will take all the 6 packets and he will give one chocolate to one shop, another chocolate to another shop. Okay, another chocolate packet to another shop, and so on. But here, how many people we have total? 3. One is the person who will supply chocolate packets. Second person who will distribute these chocolates for packets. First, he will take all the 6. He will give one by one a chocolate packet to one shop. So total, how many people? Here one person, here another person. The third is basically one shop. So you can consider all these are a shops. So these all you can call it as a one entity. So this is a one entity, this is one entity. Okay, so total when we look at here, total 3 things we have. Okay, one is person who will supply, second person is a distributor, third is a people who will basically receive them. Okay, got it? Cleared all of you? So now we have these 6 mapping details I just saved. Remember, this metadata can be stored in any of the storage. So many people thought that you need to store only in the source side. That's why I'm going in a reverse way. Why not in a storage too? Let me show you. That's why I'll just say this is a config. Okay, configurations. So I created a container, special container for maintaining this metadata called config. Under config container, I'm basically uploading this particular metadata. Okay, just go on to the desktop. You will see metadata 5.csv file. Okay, open this and upload this. Now what you have, metadata 5.csv, metadata 5.csv. If you look at source side, we have 4 containers. Similarly, if you look at sync side, we have 4 containers, but when we run the job, what happens? It is going to create a few more containers. Which containers which are not there at the sync side? Output 5 is not there, output 7 also not available. What happens? We will see. But ultimately, we have saved this all mapping details where we stored this.
Malaya, one question here.
One by one. So first thing, where we have stored this metadata?
Storage to account.
Config.
In storage to config container. Okay, fine. So somebody is trying to ask question. Please tell me. Please tell me your questions quickly. Don't take more time.
Can you explain the
How does it
config part
know
again?
whether it is a config file or a output file, Malaya?
Monica, tell me again your question. 1 second, friends. Rest of the people wait. Monica, tell me your question.
So we are saying metadata as a config file, right? So how does system know that, okay, this is the output file, this is a configuration file?
This is output file, this is a configuration file. How you are using it? See, you are here simply you have mapped here to the output folders. You have not configured to the config folders, right? You should take care of that. System will not know. System is a blind. It knows if you give this, if you give apple, it will eat apple. If you give banana, it will eat banana. You need to tell. You need
No,
to decide
metadata.
what you have to do.
I'm clear on metadata file, Malaya. What my question is, in the output container, we are saying that we are creating a two file. Let's say we are creating a two files. One is output, one is a config. So how does system know that, okay, this is a config file where I have to take, I have to take this mapping.
Wait, Monica, wait. Why you are going too much? I have not explained anything. We just uploaded data. How system knows? We are going to learn that. We have not started. I just uploaded and kept that data ready. You will come to know now. I have not explained that. You are going to very advanced. Wait. Okay, I'll tell you. We have not come to that point. Wait. Savans, you are asking one question.
Malaya, can you please explain the config file part mapping that one? Okay.
So what you understood, tell me, then I'll tell you what you did not understand, where you got stuck. What you understood by this mapping. So I explained last 5-10 minutes. What you understood, whatever you understood, tell me, then I'll explain remaining things.
Okay, I understand the part like every input and output container, it will be as an item for that particular meta file. So after from there, I'm unable to catch it. So
No. Input, output. What is the indication of this row? What is this row indicates?
Okay.
Evans, tell me.
Okay, that indicates the source and the sink containers.
Meaning from where you need to read data, where you need to write the data. That is the indication of one row. So that row, the terminology in ADF, we will call this row as a item. I said that's all. The terminology in ADF, we will call it as an item. I said that's all. There is nothing else we need to know about this metadata. Why we created this metadata? Can you tell me, someone?
No, not.
Instead of passing these folder names one by one, first you give input, next you give output, next you give input one, output one, next you give input to output two. Manually you are changing these values. I don't want to change all these values manually. Instead, I'll just put it here. So from where to where it has to copy, next where to where it has to copy, next where to where it has to copy. So ADF should read all these things, and it has to take automatically. First it has to take this row, next it has to take this row, next it has to take this row, and from each row it should understand. So from this it need to read the data, and it has to write data into this output. So once this is done, it should understand in this row it has to read data from input one, and it has to write data into output one. Clear?
Yes.
So dynamically we move files.
Exactly. Okay.
So
Now
what is the
Prithvi?
metadata?
Yes, Mahesh, go on.
So what is the metadata? How do you
Metadata means, tell me what is the metadata. So let's say I am going to the any download option. Okay, here. So what is the metadata? If you look at this file, so this is the date modified is a metadata. Type of file is a metadata. So the size of the file is a metadata, isn't it? Metadata means data about data. Now let's say there is a folder. Inside folder, actual files are there. Inside files, I have a data. So this folder name is a metadata. Next. One second. Next, let me check with Prithvi. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Srija, did you understand?
Sir.
Sri Lakshmi, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. If everyone understood. See, I cannot call everybody, so that's why I request all of you. Whoever is having doubt, okay. Whoever is having doubt, feel free to ask. I will explain. Okay. Okay, good. Now I already uploaded this data under config. You can able to see metadata 5.csv. Let me open and see, is it really a correct data we uploaded? See, input to output, input one to output one, and so on. Correct data only we uploaded. Now you just close this. Okay. Now let's move on to the Azure Data Factory. Now what I'll do, I'll create a new pipeline. Okay, I'm creating a new pipeline. First thing what I wanted to do is, what is the first thing? You need the chocolate packets. Chocolate packets are available where? Our actual metadata is available where? It is available in a storage 2. Storage 2. I have uploaded it in a account 2. Now to read that, we are going to use something a lookup activity. So this lookup activity generally we use to read configuration details, any metadata related information. Okay, any max values if you want to get, any last process values if you want to read from any table. So we will use the lookup activity. So lookup activity has some limitations. Remember, it cannot read your kind of your table data. Table will have some millions, billions of rows, records. Lookup can able to read max of 4 MB data or 5,000 rows. So that's why lookup you should not use to read your source table. Lookup is used for reading the metadata tables or configuration tables kind of thing, small data. So this metadata is always a small information. That's why, so that particular information we are going to read it using which activity? What is the activity name we are using to read metadata file here today?
Lookup activity.
Lookup activity. Please remember, we are going to use a lookup activity for reading metadata information. Okay, fine. So how to read that metadata information? Now come to settings. See what it is saying, source data. So data set is used for what? Data set is, what is data set?
Copying a source file into the
Source file into target. Data set is a pointer, reference point to your file or folder. So now lookup activity has to read a metadata file. Now you need to say click new. So go to the blob storage. You need to create a data set which points to your configuration file or metadata file. Go inside this blob storage. Which type of file your metadata file? Is it Excel, text, AVR, ORC, Parquet, JSON? Delimited text, CSV. Then you can say DS, okay, or blob lookup activity. So this particular data set I am using for lookup activity. Go to linked service. So which linked service I need to choose? Which linked service I need to choose? Why not storage 1? Why not storage 1?
Because it saved your metadata.
We have stored.
Yes, we have uploaded our metadata in storage 2. We need to go to storage 2. So do we have a multiple metadata files or single metadata file? Single metadata file. So you can just hard code it. You no need to go to config and you can just select the file that you want to read. So in this metadata 5.csv, if you look at, do you have headers or not? First row is header or not? First row is header or not? Yes. So you need to say first row as header. So you need to check this first row as header. Then so it can import this schema. Schema means how many columns are there, what are the data types of each column. It will bring it. Okay, using the import schema option, click OK. That's all. Simple. I selected now the data metadata file using the one more data set which I have created in the lookup activity. Monica, are you clear how I have selected metadata file, not any other folder? Got it now?
Clear, Malaya.
Okay, good. Now what is the result when I execute this? I wanted to check. Okay, just click preview data. How many rows it is showing? How many rows it is showing?
Only one row.
Two. Don't say two because top one is a headers, columns. Prithvi, I know you people will confuse. That's why I'm saying first row is not a actual data. It's a column names, headers. That's why the number of rows we have displayed here is only one. That is input to output. Now, Why it is not showing everything is, you see here, first row only, you said read only first row. So, but I don't want only first row, I want to read all the 6 rows. That's why uncheck this option. Now you preview data once again. So, are you getting all the data or not?
Yes.
Are you getting all the data or not? Any doubts still here? Any doubts still here?
Sir,
No?
where have you placed?
Where?
Where have you placed that metadata file? .csv file, sir.
When you join session?
I lost a network connection in between, sir. That's where that's what I was asking.
I uploaded metadata file in the storage 2. Okay, in storage 2, I created a container called config. Under config, I uploaded the metadata 5.csv. I request all of you to join class on time, friends. Okay.
Oh.
So this is the metadata I have uploaded, and our lookup, inside lookup activity, I created a, see, 3 data sets you are seeing now, right? So this is another data set I created which points to the storage 2 and which is basically reading all the data. So initially this option was checked. It is showing 1 row. To avoid only 1 row, I want to read everything. That's why I just unchecked and clicked on preview data. It is previewing, meaning it is reading everything. Cleared all of you?
Yes, sir. I'm clear.
Now what we need to is, we need to see how the lookup output will look like. How to see lookup output is just debug. Only this one activity you debug. So now can you tell me, you need a chocolate package to distribute, or you need a number, okay, number of chocolates that you have? Which one you need? You need a chocolate packets, or you need the number of chocolates that the person is having? Which one you want to take and give it to this person? Where I discussed that point here. Right, I did not remember where I discussed. I think here only. Where I mentioned that, 1 second. Okay, I think I did not know. Okay, fine. I lost somehow that point, but sorry. Let's imagine there are 6 chocolate packets, as I mentioned at the first person. Okay, so are you going to take a packets from him, or you are going to just take a number of chocolates that this person is having? Which one you want to take?
Packets.
Packets you want to take. Very good. Okay, very good. Now you see, this is the lookup activity. So this is called the input of the lookup activity. This is called a output of the lookup activity. Just click on output of this. So here you have 2 things. You have the number of chocolate packets you have, the actual chocolate packet information you have here. Okay, now which one you want to take? You want to take count or value? If you take value, you will get all this. This is one item. You will get this 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 item. Okay, so basically when you say value, you'll get all these things. When you say count, you'll just get a number 6. Which one you want? Which information you want? Basically, you need a value, because you need to take all these 6 chocolate packets and you need to give it to the distributor, who will give the one by one chocolate, one by one chocolate packet. Clear? So you need to take all the 6 chocolate packets and give it to the give it to the distributor. The distributor will give one by one chocolate packet. Clear, all of you? 1 second. Okay, clear to all of you now? Okay, so now who is the distributor? Who is the distributor? Very important thing while you are doing lab also. Very important point is, click on copy to clipboard. Okay, come to notepad here. You keep everything here. This is very important. Okay, so this is which activity output? Which activity output? This one?
Lookup activity.
Lookup activity output. Very good. So now whenever, remember, whenever You want to take any activity output. So the condition, dynamic content is always remember any activity output you want at the rate activity of activity name. What is the activity name for us? What is the activity name? You see here, the activity name is what? Lookup one. The activity name is lookup one. So the dynamic content is going to be activity of lookup one dot output. Okay, output means this output. So in this output, okay, lookup one output, you want counter value. Which one you want? Value. So dot value. So dot value. So this is how you need to create the dynamic content to pass one activity output to another activity. Clear? How? Again, I'm explaining. So this is the lookup, this output we have copied here. So whenever you want to take that activity output at the rate activity of which activity? Lookup one. So lookup one output. So that's why you see here it's showing as output. Okay, output dot, you can see here it's a value I want. So value. If you give count here, what happens? Just it will give number 6. But if you give value, what it will give? It will give all these items. What is this called? What is this called?
Index 0, index 0 or 1.
Not index 0. I said item. No. Don't go to area. This is called one item. See input.
Items.
What? Another item. This is called one more item. This is called one more item, and so on. Clear? Good. So now we are here. We are good, okay, till here. Now, so this is the person who will supply the chocolate packets. So we got the chocolate packets. Now we need to give it to the distributor. Who will distribute? For each is the something. For each chocolate packet it will take. For each chocolate packet it will take, and it will give it to the respective people. It will give it to the respective people. Okay. Now you are giving all these lookup details to the for each. How to give what details you need to pass it to the supplier? All chocolate packets. How to pass it? First you try to mention it as a sequential. Sequential means give one by one chocolate. Give one by one chocolate, not all the chocolates at once. Okay. Sequential means what? One after the another, not parallel. Parallel means everything at same time. Sequential means one person is completed the job, second person will start. It's kind of a rotational shifts will be there in the support jobs, right? What happens? Morning 6 o'clock to afternoon 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock somebody, again 2 o'clock, night 10 o'clock one person, night 9 to morning 6 one person, like that, one after the another. Okay. Similarly here sequential, one after the another. Okay. Now I need to pass this lookup output to for each. Click on add dynamic content. So which activity output we want? Lookup. So earlier like I can say 3 months back. So ADF is not this much advanced. ADF is not this much advanced. Now you no need to worry much. So you want lookup value, right? Just click on lookup value. They will generate all the dynamic content. Earlier we need to write this, but now ADF is creating entire dynamic content, not even till output, even till value. It is giving all the intelligence. It is directly generating entire dynamic content. You no need to worry much. Clear? So all the chocolates packet you have given to what? You have given to what? Which activity?
Sequential, sir. Sequential.
Distributor, which activity?
For each.
Each activity.
For each.
So if you know any C language, or if you know any Python or Java or .NET, anything, you might have heard about for loops, right? For I in a range of 10 or something like this. So if you give 6 chocolate packets to the for each, okay, 6 packets you have given to the for each will give for the people who are inside this for each. You need to be under a for each. So for each can able to give, okay, so he is our supplier, he is our shopper, so I can able to give 1 chocolate packet to this person and the chocolate packet. Similarly, so now you see what we need to do. We need to take these details basically. In these details, what information we have? Can you tell me what information we have in these details? I'm asking.
Yeah, source and
Undervalue
output
item.
folders where
No,
we had moved.
this has a information saying that from which container you need to read data to where you need to write the data. Simple, clear, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Now one more thing. This is all not required. Now let's say this is called what?
Item.
Item.
This is called what?
Item.
I'm repeating from the beginning. Today. Item. This is what?
Item.
This is what?
6
Item.
items.
Item.
So item. So each one is an item. Now in this item, let's say for each has given this item. In this item, what I want is I needed this input. If you want this input, you know how to get it. That item dot. You need this input name, right? You need to use this column name, source container. So what it will give? It will give input. Now let's say similarly, can you tell me if I want this, if I want this one, what I need to get? Like if I want to take output name is container name, output if I want, what is the dynamic content I need to write? There is item dot
sync containers.
In container.
sync container.
Sync
Very
container.
good. Very good. Okay. Sync container you need to give. This is what? This is a output. Item dot source container is the input. Item dot sync container is a output. Cleared all of you? Now this is when we have this item. When this item is given, can you tell me what is the values? In this item, when I say item dot source container, what I will get?
Input one and output one.
So meaning input one, output one. But am I changing this? Am I changing this dynamic content?
No.
So when the item is changed, automatically values are changing. When this item comes, what will be the values for this item dot source container?
2.
2. When this item comes, what will be the source container?
1 and 7.
1 and
1 and 7.
7. Clear? So if you understand this, everything you will be able to understand. Now you see, you go inside this for each who will distribute the things. Okay, you are inside for each. Now go to our pipeline one, which you create. Right click on this copy activity, copy this, put this copy activity under this for each. Okay. Now this for each, instead of passing these container names by V, who is going to pass now? This for each. How? Simply you need to say item dot for each is going to give this item. First it will give this chocolate packet. In this chocolate packet, what I need is source container I need. So in this source container is input, it will go this side. Okay, this side first item. When we talk about first item, it will have a input will come here. Second, this side output I need. Output I need means what I need to give? Same item dot
Output container.
sync
container.
Container. Okay, not output container, sync container. Okay, click OK. Now for each has given first item. When it has given first item, what will be the value of this source container? Input. What will be the value of the sync container? Output. So data will be copied from input to output. Okay, next. When this item is given, so when this item, second item is given, at the rate item dot source container name means what is the value in second item? Input 1 will come here. Here what will come? Input 1 will come here. What will come here?
Output 1.
Output 1. Let's say for each has given this item. In this item, what happens here? What value will come here?
1.
Input 1. So what value will come here? You can see
7.
output 7 will come. So let me explain you theoretically. Lookup is used to read a metadata which will give you two things: the number of rows or number of items that you have, Second is the item details, complete item details it will show you. So it is showing, you see a source container is in input, sync container is output, it is showing. So like say source container single. So all these item details it is displaying, the count also it is displaying. Now what we have given, we have given all these items to the for each activity. You can see. So for each activity, what this for each will do, for each is responsible to iterate for each item. For each item, this first it will give this item, next for this item, for this item, for this item, for each item it takes and it will give one by one, and so that from each item I can take the required values and I can able to pass to my source data set side and the sync data set side. Now source data set side, as we are selecting only the folder, what we need to use is we need to use a wildcard file path, that is star I am using. Source side it's pointing to the container, that's why I'm pointing to. Can't we pass text file to lookup activity? Yes, you can pass it. Text also you need to have at least something like that, because it should be something. See, basically general in real time you will maintain all this metadata in a table, as we have not discussed till the database, we are going step by step. Okay. So how many of you not understood this? How many of you not understood this? Everybody understood. Prudvi, did you understand? Sri Lakshmi, Srija.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody clear? See, what I request is, that's why I said, see now, I just brought this copy active and I just kept it here. Lookup, from lookup, I read the metadata given to the for each. For each is giving one by one item. From the for each, I just passed to the copy active. This copy active I discussed yesterday. Why I discussed this copy active yesterday? Because I know this is the dependency. If I explain everything on same day, you will not able to understand. So first I explained dataset parameters. Today I have shown you how to pass the values one by one to this copy activity. Okay. Now let's run. So we will see is it really copying or not. Okay. Debug. Okay. So before debug, I just debugged, but I'm just pausing the screen. Can you tell me how many times copy activity is going to execute now?
Time.
Six times.
Six
Very good.
times.
Because the first for each will give first chocolate packet, this copy activity will eat, meaning it will move data from input to output. Okay. So we can see that. So that this is done. Next item will be given to the copy activity. It is going to copy like that one by one. Now we will see in the I think output one also got the data. Output also got the data. Okay. I think in which order it has taken, we are not sure. How it is passing, we'll see. See, the data is copied here also.
Output folder, I think so you have spaces in that item.
We'll see what is the issue, we can able to understand.
Metadata file.
We'll see that. Okay, no issues. We will see if at all anything happened. If we have, see, output 5 is got the data and output 7 got the data, but output 5 and 7 are created at runtime. Did you notice that? So this is having data, output 3 is having data, output is also, why I did not get data in output? Let me see that. 1 second, because copy activity at least it should fail. Okay, it is failed. Copy activity is failed for the first item. Why it has failed? We really need to understand why it got failed. You can just click on this. Okay, so there is a mistake here. How come this mistake? Okay, there is a double quotes is missing, but what mistake we have done in the metadata? Let me quickly check it. Okay, go inside config, click on this. Okay, so there is a space. Okay, so you need to remove all this space. Now I am just saving again. Okay, saved. Now you see I just saved. Now metadata is good, I guess. What I can do is I'm basically removing all the containers. Only I'm maintaining the configuration details, but I'm removing all containers. What will happen when the data is copying? Will it see if at all any issue is in metadata or whatever file, you will get a error something. Now we will see what is the error message it is showing. Just click on this. Unable to create Azure blob container, because with a spaces it will not allow to create, right? With a spaces you are not allowed to create a container name. That's why it is unable to create the blob container with the spaces. Okay, that is the problem. But now I just deleted all containers that I have at the sink side. Now I am rerunning the pipeline. What will happen? We will see. So this time nothing should fail. Okay, we will see. And we also will see look at the lookup output, whether lookup output is having any issue. Okay, so now you see here, I see same issue. There is a space is coming again. So again it will fail. Why that space is coming again and again? See, there is a space.
Maybe we can delete and upload the file again.
No issues. We will try to do this. Cancel recursively. Okay. Some copy activities are succeeded, but the first copy activities again failed. I hope everybody is able to understand. Unable to create Azure blob container. The reason is, I'll show you here. You see what is the reason why it is getting failed. I'll show you. 1 second. I'll just reopen and check again whether space is coming again. So this time there is no space. Okay, good. Now see what is the issue. Why it is throwing error is, see output space. Try to create it. See, it is throwing error. This name may only contains lower letters, numbers, hyphens. Must begin with letter or number. Each hyphen must be preceded with the following non-hyphen characters. The name must also be between 363 characters now. So that is the reason. So you have spaces. See, it is not allowing you to create manually also. So how ADF also can able to create when it is not allowing you to create manually? So that's why, as it is not able to create, it is failing. Okay, but some of the containers are created as some pipelines ran. Let me delete these containers which got created. Okay, and one more thing, if you rerun pipeline immediately, what will happen? Can you guess it? I think yesterday you got error, right? I'm confusing where
temporary error you will get.
The reason why you will get that error, any guesses? Why you will get error? The reason is this: whatever containers we deleted just now, these may not be deleted in backend completely. Those are still being deleted. Still deletion process is in progress. So that's why those you cannot create at same time. You are deleting one side in background, and second side you are trying to create with the same name. That's why it will throw error. That's why just wait for a minute or some 30 seconds. Then you rerun pipeline. So you will not have any issue. Yeah. Meantime, I want to make sure my lookup is getting the correct output. So you just create a debug point. These are called debug points. So till lookup only, if I want to run, you just create a debug point and debug. Only lookup will run. Why I'm running only lookup? Why I'm running only lookup? To see output, to see how the output is coming. So this time output is good. Okay, this time output is good. Now you uncheck this debug. Okay, now you debug to rerun all the activities and so this time nothing is going to fail, you can see. So first copy activity succeeded. It might have created the output container. See, output is created, output 1 is created, and it is loading the data into it. So text file means how you have created the data. Show me, put it in the chat window how you have created, Shiva. Your metadata, show me metadata file how you created with the text. So output 1, 2, so everything is loading data into the respective folders. Okay, now you see everything is getting succeeded. Everything is getting succeeded. Okay, fine. So copy activity is also for each is also succeeded. But now can you guess it and tell me roughly? So total how much time it took for each copy activity? Approximately 10 seconds we will consider. Total how much time it took? 60 seconds, meaning 1 minute. Can we improve the performance? Can we improve the performance of this job? Can we make it, can we complete this job in 10 seconds instead of 60 seconds? Can anybody guess it? Anywhere have you seen option? Where?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I can see.
Result
Go
of
the option.
parallel execution.
Go to for each. Go to settings. Instead of sequential, remove sequential. Batch count is 6. Or you leave it as it is. Everything will run at once. Up to 50 folders. It will copy at once. How many folders we have? Just 6 folders. These 6 folders will copy at once. Parallelly will finish. Now let me again delete this. Okay, you can see all the folders are available. Let me delete all these output containers and
So
rerun.
Malaya, if we have more than 50, then we have to run 2 times, or what?
You no need to run. For each will give first 50. Once this is 50 is
Okay,
finished, second 50 for each will give. For each will take care of it.
okay.
You are not touch at all. You see, you need to think in real time. Are we really going to production and running multiple times? No, right? So in a
No, no.
schedule based, when a schedule to run at 7 o'clock, it will run at 7 o'clock. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Fine. I think Shiva, have you pinged in chat window? What is the text? How you have prepared your text? Shiva, put it in chat window. I said.
We are not able to paste in this chat, Malaya. The screenshot.
Not screenshot. Why you need screenshot? I said whatever metadata you prepared, you copy from notepad and put it here.
Okay, okay, sure.
No need to have a screenshot. I'm not looking for the error message. Okay? Now it's done, right? Now you see, I'm going to the parallel. See sequential. If you click on sequential, it will go one by one. If you uncheck this, it will go everything at once. Now you see debug. All 6 copy activities will start at once. You see now. Lookup is running. After lookup for each. So after for each, all 6 copy activities are running at same time. Within a 10 seconds, everything will finish. See, within a 10 seconds average time, if you consider one job is taking more time, somehow it is skewed. But basically, everything will run at once and everything will complete it. So sometimes some instance will not run. That is okay. So basically that will not happen always. That will happen sometimes. Okay. You see, this is the activity which take 30 seconds, but remaining all activities finish in 9 seconds and everything done parallel. Okay. Similarly, this activity also will take parallel execution. Okay. I don't know what I'm saying, what you're doing. I said to paste copy activity. What you are putting, Shiva? I asked you to whatever you said text file. So text file means what? Instead of CSV file, you prepared this text file. I said you to paste this data, whatever data you have prepared like this, you copy this and paste it in chat window. I said, I need to show you this also. You are not able to understand.
Malaya, I saved with the text in the extension. You saved as a CSV, na? I saved as text.
Yes, it will work. I'm saying. So why it is not working? Let me see. I'll tell you.
Can you try, Malaya?
What type of this one you have taken?
Yeah, metadata only. .txt I had taken.
Okay, let me see. it is not working for you. You need to prepare. So first thing, all of you clear on this? Any doubts still here? First thing, before I move on to that and test it. Okay, very good. Now I'm deleting. He is saying like if you save this as a text, it is not working. Let me show you. It will work basically. Okay. Save as metadata 6.txt. And one more thing is there is no use of having a .txt when it is directly supporting the .csv, even if it is not working, but it will work. Okay. Even if you take a .txt, it will work. Even if it is not working, you no need to worry. Go to settings, open this data set. Here you need to say .txt. Just browse it. Oh, sorry.
No, it was metadata 6.
6.txt.
Oh, sorry. Correct. Thanks. Preview data. You are nicely getting the data. You will also get this data in the lookup activity now. So I'm just going to debug till the lookup. So you're not getting at the lookup activity level only, right? Now I'll show you. See, basically this is pointing to what? You can see this is pointing to metadata 6.txt. I'll show you here. I think it's running. You see output. See, I get same data. What format you have saved doesn't matter.
Malaya, can you take one lookup?
Huh?
Separate lookup. Can you take the separate lookup table? Lookup activity, sorry.
Okay.
Malaya, there I could see some space after output.
Yeah. Can you try to create here itself a data set?
One second. That output is the same issue that we had. Where you were seeing the spaces. This one. This is the issue we had in the actual source file. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay. Come here. What you want to do?
Create the data set now.
What data set? See, you have a lot of suspect.
No, where is here? Malaya, here itself, where is that binary format?
Why you need a text file? You don't need to have a text file. What format you have? Comma separated data you have. You just take CSV. Why you need to go with the text only? Even you save it as a .txt, you can take CSV.
Okay, here only I got this doubt, Malaya, because I am not able to see that binary format while creating the data set.
Okay. See, you need to look at the data, how the data is saved, not the .txt extension. So internally data is separated with a comma. That is what you need to focus on. Okay. If you remember, on like beginning of our labs, when we have written the CSV file, it has written as a .txt. But when you open that file and see, actually it's a comma separated. Only extension was shown as a .txt. So with a .txt extension, nothing is going to happen. Okay. So second thing is, you people asked what is the space. That space is coming because when I created the this particular metadata, there is a space issue. See here, this is the space issue. Okay, that can be corrected. Not a issue. You can debug again and you can able to see. Here, you will not have that space. Okay, next. Any other questions? So I'm just stopping the recording.
Malaya, you.
How can we copy the?
There is again space little bit. You need to correct further. Yes, tell me.
Yeah, is it possible to copy the data to the destination, specific destination folders or tables based on the keyword search in the file name?
No. Within the file name, identifying the data and based on the data writing to the folder, that is not possible. If you want to do such kind of things, you need to go with the data flows. Okay.
Okay.
And that is basically that I never seen like such kind of thing. Based on internal data, you are moving to the file. You will not see, but internally, example, you have a location is Bangalore. I want to move it into the Bangalore folder. Like location is Hyderabad. I want to write it into the Hyderabad. Okay. So like that, so you have specific business need, you can able to do. But if you want to do any of those things, we have a data flow. Here we have a something that I'll show you. There is a something called conditional split. Based on the condition, you are going to split the data. If the column name is equal to Bangalore, you move it into Bangalore. If we have a column equal to Hyderabad, move it to Hyderabad, something like that. Okay. Fine. Next.
Because we have a requirement where we are sourcing like some hundreds of
Yeah, you
files.
cannot do it EDF. You can go with the data flow for this. Okay. Data flow, or you can also go with the data bricks. Next.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Next. Okay.
Hi,
Fine.
Malaya.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah. In container, we have a, for example, we have a 10 folders. Out of 10 folders, there are the five folders are empty folders. So while copying the data to target level, how we can skip the empty folders?
So how to identify the empty folder? See, that will come. So I'll try to explain. Maybe Monday. Tomorrow I'll give time to practice. Monday I'll explain you how to get such kind of details. So if you want to try, I'll tell you. But you may not be able to understand even if I tell. So there is an activity called get metadata activity basically. So what this get metadata activity can able to do is example. See, because so first thing is before I go and take other questions, so I'm just showing you here. Example, you have a folder, you point it to a folder. Let's a simple I'll take. Please go mute. See, this is a, let's say, source folder. Let's consider it as a source folder. I'm providing a input. Okay. So now I want to check whether input is having any files or is it empty. You need to check here child items and debug. It will tell you if you have any files, it will give you files. If it is not returning the files, that is nothing but it's a empty file, empty folder. See here child items, it has given cust4.csv, cust5.csv. So child item is an array. So the array length is now 1, 2, 3. There are 4 files. The length of this array is 4. So now you need to check the length of this child item is equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, there is no files are available in this folder. It's an empty folder. Otherwise, that is not empty folder. Okay. That way you can able to identify. So wait. So first thing is relevant to today's session. If you have any question, please ask first. Later I'll take other questions. Relevant to today's session, any questions? Last time I'm asking any questions.
Malaya, you have created a copy activity in pipeline 2 and this lookup activity in pipeline 1. Just because they both are in same ADF, that's why you were able to take one output into second, right?
Wait. See, you people don't just say like that. You need to see what I have done. There is no relation between these pipeline 1 and there is no relation between the pipeline 2. I have created everything in pipeline 2 only. Lookup activity is here. For each is here. Inside for each we have a copy activity. Don't confuse.
Okay, inside for each it was copy. All right. I got confused.
Inside
Thank
for
you.
each I have a copy. Okay. Yeah. Don't confuse like that. Fine. Next. Any questions relevant to today's session? Finally. No? Good. Stopping everybody. Yes, tell me.
These questions, no, if you have relevant questions, then we can understand. If you have out of this topic, if you explain, we are not getting those things. It is fine for us because of we are new to this thing, right?